Hello, Wanda the Foiling Rock Lady here with a new, fun, crazy tutorial. This one is going to be an extreme holographic octopus, and I think the direction I want to go here is rainbow because, you know, that's my thing. Anyways, here's the bigger piece. You can probably see the different rainbow colors in it. Okay, we're not going with all of this detail because that's really hard with foil. So what I am going to do though is use my watercolor pencils and color the background in rainbow. You know, just a random rainbow, and then use my holographic polka dot foil here. This beauty to give it even more rainbow effect. And then for the tentacles, I want to use this beauty. Isn't that pretty? It's like the bigger suction cups looking. So that's my idea. I don't know ever how these are going to turn out until we do them, so we'll take an adventure together. Anyways, today I'm going to be using beautiful Santorini from Shelly's Santorini Stones by Shelly on Facebook, and SXC Nail Art Foil Glue. This is a Mac Art 6-watt mini light, kick out legs, 6 LEDs, Apple Barrel Jet Black, Uniposca 1MR Black. This stylus, this is a dotting tool nail stylus. I use the small end to trace onto my rock. It just makes it does a better impression, and also doesn't leave graphite to get everywhere. I know the graphite paper's there, but when you use a pencil, you also have to worry about smearing the pencil and then getting it everywhere also. So I have already done the trace, and I wanted to, whoops, I guess I missed a spot here. Yay, so you can watch that. Okay, so I wanted to show you the details that I left out and why. So when you're tracing yours, you can do it any way you want, but this is the reason that I did mine this way. I just have to make sure here that I got the details. Oh, see, I missed some here. That's why you don't ever want to fully remove it all the way until you can see if you got all of the details you want on your drawing. I think that's all of them. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what I did was where the big sections are, I drew the circles so that I would know where I wanted to put this foil. So on the other parts, I'm going to color rainbow and put the polka dot foil on top of that. So what I'm going to do first is all the black areas. So I'm going to line my octopus with the black Posca, and then I'm going to color in the areas that I want to be dark. Yeah. So go ahead and trace your octopus. You don't have to trace the suction cups because they're going to be covered, a full cover with the foil. Also, you want your line to be a bit thicker because we're using watercolor pencils in here, and we want to give it a nice line. Give ourselves a nice thick line so we have a good barrier so the watercolor doesn't travel, or is less likely to travel. It will always travel, but this way. This way we have better control. And who doesn't like control, right? Just be careful not to smear as you're working. Sorry. Turn, turn, turn till you're comfortable. Okay, you can thicken up where you want to, where you need to. Make sure we get our sweet eye here. It's a sweet looking octopus, huh? Okay, and I'm going to let you do your tracing and I'll meet you back here. Hello, I'm back, all lined. So, looks like a big old octopus, right? I hope. Oh, okay, so I have my King Art woodless watercolor pencil set. You don't have to use this. You can use a regular watercolor. Any watercolors you have would do. Even a Crayola set will be fine. Color pencils, paint, anything you want to do on here. Doesn't have to be what I'm doing. But I just, I really like these pencils. So this is what I'm going to use. So I have a little tiny cup of water just to activate my pencils when I'm ready for that. I have a watercolor brush pen. It just holds water in here, but it's empty. And I'm just going to use the brush for, you know, blending the paint. You know. Anyways, I'm going to start with crimson. And we're just going to do some color. Just, you know, add some around the face of our guy here. I'm assuming it's a guy. I don't know. Feels like a guy. You see what I'm doing there? No. Okay, lids away. And I'm going to pull these out. Alright. And some orange. Here. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Geranium Lake. Come on, focus. I don't know why it's not focusing. Here we go. Geranium Lake. So I'm just kind of doing like a tie-dye sort of look. A little bit like that. This is orange. And Naples yellow. I'm sorry, you guys. I guess it's, yeah, Naples yellow. Okay. And this one is Primrose Yellow. moss green, moss green, emerald green, turquoise green, and you don't need to press really hard. So I'm saying that because the watercolor pencils tend to crumble a bit. They're softer, so you don't want to press too awful hard. In here. So the areas that we're coloring are plain, though just white. They don't have any circles in them. Those areas. Oops, I messed that up there, didn't I? Let's see if I can go backwards. Green. And yellow. Okay, we're gonna move into Kingfisher blue. I don't know if I can get that to focus at all ever, so it's Kingfisher blue. Where is it? Ah. Oh well. I think I'm going to, just so we have some, start, this is crimson again, so red here again, and up here, okay. Remember which one's bluer. Anyways, ultramarine. That's purple. Ah, we want the blue. Okay, this is Delft blue, I think. And because this is a lot darker than the other blue, try not to do a real hard line right there. So blend as best you can. But these, again, will be activated by water. So they should blend together. That's the plan anyways. Okay, let's see in here. Down here. Oh. Did I do that? I did, but that's okay, because this and this are going to be black or dark gray. Oh, how fun. Let's color that in there. because it's like the webbing in the octopus. You know that in between their tentacles there's a bit of webbing. So I'm just going to color these in with some black. We can darken them up later, but that way I know what I've done here. What is that? I think that's this. Okay, let's do some more of this one so we kind of know where's this webbing. There's a bit here on this one side, I guess. If you have your picture, the one you traced, surely hang on to it for reference, so you can darken the areas that you need to. Did I do that right? Oh, I did. Thank goodness. Actually, I think this one's off. That's okay. What is that called? Happy accidents? Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, back to coloring, the fun part. Okay. Okay, ultramarine next. Just kind of a purpley blue. Okay, so then I think I'm gonna start over again with the crimson like I did here. And you know what? No, I'm gonna use violet. Basically go purple like fuchsia-ish and then back into red or crimson. Okay. And back to, oh, I'm sorry, that pink was rose pink. Back to crimson. And I'm gonna also do it out here. I think I'm gonna go that way. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to keep coloring, and you guys can keep coloring too. I just think I like the crimson on the elbows or joint. I don't know. Okay, once you're done with your pencil coloring, then you're going to start activating it with water. And it's good to have a paper towel handy for that part, because you'll be kind of going back and forth between the light and the dark colors. It's like you don't want to drag your green into your yellow, you know what I mean, because then it'll just turn the yellow all green. So you want to go slow with a damp brush, not a wet brush. So you just, first of all, you want to make sure your brush is very clean, no other color in it. Okay, then dip it and then wipe it off and activate a little bit at a time. So we got the red activated here, and this will take a while. And the red and the orange together. Wipe off the red. Pull the yellow back into you don't want to lose your yellow. Yellow is beautiful when it's vivid. Then pull your yellow into your green into your blue. So now you have a nice blended watercolor. So yellow into green, green into turquoise. So let's see what we get here. This is going to be fun. Okay, yellow into green on the outside. Do that first. Pardon me. Okay, red. My brush is basically just damp. I wiped the water out of it, so it's just damp. And then the orange. And if you need more color, grab your pencils and dip them and put more color down. If I can find where I put them. There they are. Okay, so I feel like I need more red here. While your rock is wet, you can add color and it'll be very vivid. And then take your damp brush and blend it. This is Geranium Lake. And I dipped it in the water, so the pencil's pretty wet, but I need some bright orange here. Okay. And I'm going to grab the primrose yellow. Okay, I got too much water there, so pick it up with a paper towel. when you put the yellow at the edge of the red, it makes that nice bright orange too. So now with a drier brush, bring the yellow back toward and blend, blend, blend your yellow again. Okay. Just gonna pick some of this out of here. Can add water to give it that watercolor splash look, you know. Okay, yellow out here. All right, I'm gonna let that bleed into it like so. I'm just gonna let him do that. And then activate your yellow into your green. And then your bright green into your darker green. Make sure you brush out the pencil strokes. So you can pull that green into your yellow, so it's not such a, you don't want that dramatic line there. Okay, the turquoise into the green, or vice versa, green into the turquoise. Either one, those are okay to mix. And then your blue into your lavender. Okay, so there we've done one whole whoosh of the rainbow. So now you're going to go around and do the same thing with the other colors. Activate them the whole way through the rainbow. Okay, we are pretty blended here. Just finishing this little section here. Adding a bit of purple and blue. And then we're going to start foiling, which I know you guys are excited about as me. Okay. So when that is very, very dry, you can foil your transparent on top of that, and I'll show you what I mean. Did I show you that? I don't know if I did. Huh. Anyways, I will get that and show you. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So we're going to start with that part. Okay, when you're using foil resin, nail art foil glue or resin, they are made from the same sort of chemicals, and it's best to wear a mask, respirator, something to protect your lungs. This is the style I'm going to be wearing. It's from Amazon. It doesn't really have a name, but I will put the link in there for you so you can get yourself some protection if you want, which you should. Take my word for it. Okay, I'm all covered up. Gloves on. Protect yourself. I'll show you real quick. Chemical burns. Well, I got my Band-Aid on. Yay. Sorry. This is a healed chemical burn. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a scar, and it constantly cracks and peels and causes trouble. So just make sure you're protecting yourself, okay? The respirator comes with also eye protection. Okay, so I'm going to start by pouring some SXC nail art foil glue into my dish here. Okay. And I'm going to use it from the dish because it's a lot easier to deal with that way. This is a disposable eyeliner brush. They both are. One's just a lot firmer. This is a shorter handle, thicker, so it's firmer. This one's a longer but thinner plastic, so it's bendable. They both have, I like the other one better, but this one gets into these little places like better that I'm going to need. So, actually we're going to start while the watercolor's still drying. We're going to use this one. It's kind of a, I don't know, I think it looks like suction, you know, like from, pretty cool, huh? I think so. Anyways, that's the one we're going to be using on the tentacles. They're all tentacles, but oh, the under part, the bubbles. Right, have your light ready to go. And I will be using a flashlight as well if I can find it. That thing's always running off. When I say flashlight, it's a 12 LED. There should be 12 LEDs in there. UV, same deal here. Oops. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start on these parts. Now I've done my lining thick so that I have a nice border. I'm sure there will be some touch-ups necessary as this is a full metallic holographic foil. And with that, you're going to want to be careful with your bubbles and your wrinkles, and so you really want to watch your glue for bubbles. Make sure you're using the appropriate light. This is the best one if you don't want divots and holes and whatnot in your foils when you're using full metallic. It doesn't guarantee it's not going to happen, and I don't know. We'll see. It's that time of year where the glues are cold and sometimes bubbles happen regardless of what you do. Now you can remove bubbles, top surface bubbles, with a torch, quick torch. When I say torch, it's a flame torch. For UK, I think you guys call the lighters torches too, so, or no, you call flashlights torches. I'm sorry, I get confused. Okay, so quick, just like you would on resin. Do it before you cure. Doesn't help if you do it after the cure. All right, let that go for one cycle and cross your fingers that we don't have bubbles. Okay, it's easier to work with a section of foil, so I've cut off a section, a smaller one that I can deal with easier. And I'm just going to lay that on the glue. I'm going to get a Q-tip, or a silicone tip nail tool. Both work fantastic to get around the edges. And I'll show you how you can use them both. Just in there and slowly remove it to make sure you're getting full coverage. Oh, we did. Nice. So there you can see our holographic coverage. Very good. Okay, move on to the next area. So I'm trying to stay straight as I can around the straight lines, like these here. These are the straight lines, okay? So like this one on the back side here is the straight line. So that's where the touch-up's gonna need to be. You don't have to touch up right now. I'm just showing you kind of what my thought process is here. There's that, and then this part up here is the bubbly section part of the tentacles. Okay, so we're probably gonna have to go around the octopus again and touch up the black, because the watercolor does fog it up just a bit. But so that's kind of what it should look like touched up. So now that we're going into the next area on the tentacle, I'm going to start down here with on this bigger portion and pull my glue to the black and try to be as straight as I can on the black lines. Okay, it just saves for touch up, but if you're not, don't you worry, because you can touch it up easily with a brush or a pen. This one is turning out so beautiful and fun. So those circles that were drawn in there, those are nothing. They were just to let me know that this was the tentacle area where I wanted this foil to be. It was basically a map for me, because this foil has the circles in it. This is gonna look so killer. Groovy, dude. I have some bubbles here, so I'm trying to move them out of the way. I'm trying to move them to the edge, and then I'll hit it with the torch to try to remove them before I cure. Okay. I'm just adding some glue. I like mine domed so that it's nice and smooth. Okay, hit it with your flame torch, however you call it. Did you guys see the bubbles pop? I don't know if you can see them, but let me see if I can catch it in there. Okay. Yeah, probably not. Anywho, cure that one cycle and apply your next section of foil. Okay, glue is cured. Okay, so see the section I've already used here. I want to make sure and avoid that on the glue because that can be a disaster. If you put a section that's already been used on the glue, it can pull your paint off of your rock. So make sure you're not doing that. And I'm going to do this in sections here. So, oh, see, like I just did. Eeks. Yeah, get that out of there. Grab your silicone tool or your Q-tip and get around those edges real good and on top. Okay, good transfer. Turn. Use this part here. Turn. And the bigger section. I missed a spot. And here we go. Good transfer. Okay, so I've done 2 sections with you. Go ahead and go around your octopus tentacles where the bubbles are and finish the bubble foil. And then meet me back here for the rainbow, and we're going to apply the holographic polka dot. Yes, my favorite. All right, I'm back. So before I show you what I've done, let's take a look at this. There's rainbow, polka dots, lots of stuff going on, some shadows and this and that, and this eye. So I looked up an octopus eye, and I think I knew this, but they're very weird. That's a very huge, it burned it out really big. But an octopus eye is like crazy weird. So I think what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, what I'm going to try to get you to do is use, I made my eye black. Let's look at this though. Check out this. Cool. Amazing foil. Can't you just sit there and look at it all day? I know. So for the eye, I made it all black, and then dun, 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 we're going to bring in the magic laser. Yeah, probably not going to focus. This one here, and why? Okay, so I'll just pull it out and show you. Golly, I don't know why, but anyways, I just think this would be very like perfect on the eye to give it that this textured look here. So that foil, and then the pupil will draw in with the paint and make it a, whatever that is, a dash, a long rectangle, a long hourglass rectangle, right? I don't know. Anyways, let's do the eye real quick before we move on to the entire body. So are you guys excited? We get to use our polka dot holographic foil. And if you haven't got yours yet, I will definitely have a link available in the description for you to get that. It is available on Amazon now, not just the pink chair in Canada. You can get it on Amazon now too. All right, I'm going to cure that. Let that sit for a moment. That is the 12 LED UV light, flashlight. Okay, cool eyeball. Just making sure and give it some texture. Okay, and then for the actual we're just going to kind of make it smile a bit. Like that. I think it's pretty cool. All right. Love it or hate it. That's what we're doing. All right. So I'm going to get rid of the pictures so I can focus on the next foil. Dun, dun, dun. Yay. I've been looking for something to use it on. So we're going to go with this beautiful polka dot foil. And we're going to do big sections so that because it's a pattern, we want it all to line up. So probably like this section and then do this section like so. So you'll need to pour off quite a bit. You know, you could probably use it out of your bottle on these big sections. Just don't get in the habit of doing that because it's really hard to control glue when you're working with a big spot like this. Sometimes it's easier than to continue to pour it off in that dish. So put your glue in. You're going to want to do the whole area so we can do it in one big foil. And be careful not to glue the eye. So if you need to use your eyeliner, disposable eyeliner brush around the eye, definitely. Matter of fact, I'm going to work with it around here. Okay, when you're done with the glue, you're going to want to cure that for one cycle. And then apply your foil all in one piece if you can. So don't use your nail, don't use any pokey tools that will scratch the foil. This one's very delicate. And try to get all the bubbles out that you can under the foil. See, I'll show you. You can see some bubbles under the foil there. We're going to lift this up very slowly so I can show you how to work those parts. Okay, so you want to lift slow and look and make sure all of your foil is staying where it's supposed to. Wow, this is a great foil. Wow, That is amazing. So see, you can still see the bubbles. Press very gently. It's actually better if you take the empty or the back side of the foil and press down where the bubbles are. So you don't leave your fingerprints in the... Oh, it went right over the eye. Darn it. I might have to redo the eye. Whoops. So you can go back over your lined parts. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so we are going to do this around the rest of our... Oh no. I'm gonna have to put some more glue here. Around the rest of our octopus. There's an edge on the foils that doesn't have print on it. I'll have to show you here. Okay. Let me see if you can see this. So on this edge of the foil, come on, focus. I don't know if you can see that edge right there on this foil. How can I get this in focus? Okay, here. So this edge right there is empty. There's no print on it, but yet it has a clear foil, I guess. So when you put it on there, that little tiny part of the edge, if you try to line up the foil, nothing will stick there. So it'll be just a blank stripe. So you need to redo the glue in that area if you have that happen. So I just redo that little section right there. It's not optimal, no, but it does work. Oh, and be careful not to damage your other parts of your foil. Okay, so now go around your octopus and add your polka dot to all of the rainbow areas. So now I'm going to do these little sections here. And then do my foil after they cure one cycle. Okay, this will take some time, so you got to have patience with yourself, okay? I will meet you back here in a flash. Hello everyone, I'm back and done. So your finished octopus should be very bling blingy. I redid the eye. All I did was the same exact thing. I just used, where'd it go? The laser foil, just that. I colored it in black, put the laser foil back on it, and then redid the, pupil with just black paint and just made it like a little smiley face. Like I have smiley face. It's kind of hard to see. Anyways, I haven't resined yet. I need to let it dry before I resin it, and I want to go ahead and get this uploaded for you guys on YouTube. So I hope you love it. And if you did enjoy this tutorial today, let me know by hitting subscribe, add a comment, and hit the bell if you'd like to know when we're uploading new content. I'll be seeing you real soon. Bye-bye.